What's going on, guys? So today's video is going to be a pretty quick one, just talking about my experiences with the Benchmade Mini Bugout. I got this one in a trade. This is a knife that has just been talked about and talked about again. So I don't need to do like a big full review or anything like that. I want to say that I reviewed the regular Bugout. I might have done a review on the Bailout, maybe not. I think I still have a Bailout. But I've had a couple of these full-size Bugouts, and I really like the knives. They're super lightweight. I think that's what a lot of people like about it, especially if you carry a ton of gear. It's nice to have a featherweight type folder. They're extremely capable. Some people don't like the fact that the handles flex. It's whatever. I mean, unless you're breaking your knives all the time, I don't really see how that would be a big problem. I've never had an issue with it not being strong enough. So the Mini Bugout is essentially just a smaller version. All right, this one is obviously the orange variant. I got this one used. It still had an okay edge on it. I just stropped it up. And this S30V is just awesome. I mean, in general, we know that. The knife's been great. I have to say, after using this one specifically, I didn't miss the extra length. I didn't miss the, larger version. I've always loved the larger version, but I still think this is enough knife, okay? In fact, it's a little bit different to me because I feel like the difference between the large Bugout and small Bugout is a little bit different than a large Griptilian versus a mini grip. When I use a mini Griptilian, I know, okay, I got the mini Griptilian. But for some reason, this just didn't feel all that small. It was totally adequate. It's a great performing knife. There's not a whole lot to say about that, but I was actually very pleasantly surprised that the small version was really, really comfortable, and it was totally enough for everything that I needed to throw at it. Only EDC this a couple times, did most of my testing just around the house, extra cardboard, a couple water jugs, things like that. But it was really good. I was a little concerned in the beginning that the pocket clip, because you could feel that pocket clip in your palm. Again, because of the smaller size, I thought that would create some hot spots, and it really wasn't that bad. You do feel it, don't get me wrong, it doesn't disappear in your hand or anything. The deep concealed clip, but it wasn't really a problem. I didn't get any kind of soreness or anything like that. So overall, I mean, I really liked the knife. I kind of thought I would. My only concern again was the pocket clip, and it really wasn't an issue. This one is nice and smooth. It was already broken in and everything being used. The axis lock is super fun to play with. I just love it. It's just a really fantastic knife. It's going to be sad. This is actually going to be traded off just because, again, out with the old, in with the new. This is a knife I probably would have hung on to just to keep in the rotation because I don't have any more Bugouts. I had, I want to say, 3 of the full-size Bugouts. This is the only mini, the first and only. And I had the gold class Bugout, but that was actually traded. I had someone ask me about that the other day, if I still had it available for sale. But I did not. I traded that for a bunch of stuff, including a fantastic watch, the Seiko Arnie, as well as I got a Remington 870, which I always wanted in the collection. So yeah, I do miss it though. The gold class was pretty snazzy. It was a pretty good looking knife and obviously extremely usable. But anyway, long story short, if you have not had either of the Bugouts, I wouldn't be dissatisfied or felt like I was missing something by getting the Bugout Mini. I would highly recommend it, especially if you're like one of those people that just are super focused on weight and your EDC and you just want something that's just like disappears. This will disappear. This is a great knife, especially as summer approaches, the warm months, and you're like that dude that's just walking around in basketball shorts, no belt. You know what I mean? This is the knife to have, all right? It's not going to pull down your shorts or your pants or anything. It's just really cool option. And you could use these hard. I use this pretty hard with the cardboard. I wasn't holding back. When I test knives, I give it a lot. I don't try to purposely abuse the knives. I know certain knives limits, but with this one, especially with the lighter handles and stuff, I mean, I had no problem ripping through stuff. You could use these knives hard. All right, they're not delicate by any means. So yeah, like I said, I mean, this has been a horse beaten to death multiple times over and over again. Everyone knows about the Bugouts. Everyone knows about the Bugout Mini, of course. It's nothing new. It just happened to be new to me. And overall, I had a really good experience with it. A little bit of pocket clip felt there, but no hot spots, and performed just as much as his big brother. So if it's something you were on the fence about, I'd go ahead and pick one up. But anyway, let me know down in the comment section, particularly if you've had the full size and the mini, which you prefer and why. I'll tell you right off the bat that generally speaking, if I have the option between a full size version of something and the mini, like all the common ones, the full griptilian, the mini griptilian, right? The Spyderco Endura versus the Spyderco Delica, which essentially is the big brother and the small brother, right? And this goes, you know, through many different brands and many different knives. A lot of times where companies have a knife that's a big hit, they'll make a smaller version, or I think a little rarer, but they have a small knife that they like and they make a bigger version. But almost every single time I will gravitate to the bigger knife just because I happen to have bigger hands, but I really don't have much problem using smaller knives. It's kind of like anything else. I mean, even with guns, you know, I prefer a full-size gun, but there's plenty of really comfortable compact guns and subcompact guns, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to guns, yeah, I'd love to have a full 4-finger grip, but if I got that little 3-finger or 2.5-finger, depending on what gun I'm shooting, I could still take care of business, you know what I mean? And it's the same with knives. I love a full 4-finger grip, which, by the way, I get on here. It's a little bit cramped for my chunky hands, but I still get that grip, as opposed to something, you know, super small where I'm just getting 2 or 3 fingers. But anyway, Bugout Mini, very cool blade. I do recommend it. So love to hear your opinions on the subject as well. So that's all. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.